Okay, that was fast. The timer is ticking. Hello here, YouTube. I am here for my regularly scheduled program at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, indeed. I think I have gotten the hang of this thing here. So, yeah, let me get on into my good gardening vlog. Welcome, gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz Hard in the Garden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button. Yeah, it's a lot going on right now. I'm getting planters ready and pots and all kind of stuff, seeds germinating. So yeah, it's a lot going on. And please excuse me while I set down my tripod. It's not cooperating with me this morning, and I'm not understanding why. Oh, there we go. Okay, got to be smarter than the equipment here. First things first, a good thank you and shout out to Team Replay for catching this good replay because y'all always come through and I truly appreciate your time. And I also have, yes, I got a letter. And I don't know who it's, well, I know who it's from, but they didn't have their YouTube channel name on here. So thank you, Stephanie. I'm finna open up this good package. I done had it a couple of days and I've been excited to get in here. So I knew I was about to go live and I figured, hey, I might as well do this while I'm live. So let me check the chat one good time. It looked like somebody has scrolled in. Rob in the garden. Hello. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time this morning. I got a package and I am about to open it and see what is inside. I did not take the time to tape up or cover up the information. But thank you, Miss Stephanie. I appreciate it. I don't know what the YouTube channel name is because once again it wasn't on the package. Uh-oh. It was kind of thick too, y'all. Oh wow. Okay, hang on, cause we got some more wrapping to unwrap here. It's wrapped up pretty well here, Stephanie. I'll give you that. Yes, indeed, you did a great job because, honey, that post office be jacking your junk up. Especially during the winter time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all know what my favorite stuff is. Seeds. Okay, before I get into it, let me check the chat again. What's in the box? Oh, it look like some seeds, Rob. Good morning, Tia Drum Gold. Good morning, Liddy B. Thank y'all for scrolling through. I am opening a package right now before I get into my good vlog. And there is a very nice card. Yes, indeed. That is too cute. And there are seeds and things inside of the envelope that was packaged very nicely. There is a note. Okay, well, I don't want to read that out loud, do I? Oh, I hope your bunny loves the lettuce. Thank you so much. They thought about my bunny. Okay, y'all, I'm just looking to make sure I don't expose no more. Uh-oh, I done dropped something. Hang on one good time, because I got to get that. It sounded like it had seeds in it. And it does. Woo-wee, this is exciting. I don't have enough room to grow a lot. So here are some. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Hold on. So this is some botanical paperwork. bio bag is certified and compostable. So I'm gonna check this out. Should I open it now? I think I want to open it now and see what's in it. Sorry, y'all. I appreciate y'all time, but this is new stuff, and I want to see what it is real quick. Okay. Thrive Wellness. I've heard of that before. That's a seed company. Seed paper. Okay. Grow your own basil. Wait a minute. Are they saying that basil is infused in these papers? Okay. Probably. It is seeded. Oh, it's so cute. It looks like a little picket fence. Plant seed paper matchsticks under a quarter or an eighth inch of soil. Keep moist. That is so cute. Okay, so this is how it came. And then when you open it, it has seeds infused in paper. Ain't that just the cutest thing? They is coming up with all kind of little promotionally stuff. And look, oh, I get it. Seeds and paper. Paperworks Botanicals. I am slow, but I'm figuring it out. Let me check this chat again. Hey, Chanel loves the garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Let me see. I am letting y'all see as much as I can. Hang on, Liddy B. Mike's Chaotic Garden. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Stephanie. We appreciate you over at GMama's house. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Liddy B. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I am not showing y'all enough. Okay, let me show this one more time. It came in a big plastic, long plastic, and the name is Botanical Paperworks. Okay? And inside, the first thing I opened up was this little matchbox looking paraphernalia. I guess that's what we're going to call it. And when I opened it up, it looked like a little paper fence. And there are seeds inside of the paper. And the rest of their paper products are pretty doggone cute. That's why I'm glad I opened it. This is, I don't know what it is, another paper seeded leaf. Oh, they are wildflowers. It says in little bitty print on the back. So these are wildflowers. Okay, and this is somebody's information. I am not affiliated. Let me read what this says. These are more wildflowers. I'll show the back. Looks like a little paper house. This says pure positive. Oh, these are promotional, like cards that you pass out and people can plant. At the same time, when you plant it, they're not gonna have your information anymore because you done planted it in this. Okay, well, it's cute though. And this is wildflowers also. And then this looks like an ornament of some sort. And it is. And these are wildflowers also embedded inside of the paper. That is so neat. Sustainable organic wine. Ooh, they do say wines. Ollie, Earth Day. Okay, I don't know who that is, but I'm going to look them up. These are wildflowers also. And every journey begins with a seed. Okay. Advertisement for people. This is a bookmark. And it is full of seeds. And so is this one. Even a little banking note. That is, oh, and this one is huge. And it says grow wildflowers. I'm going to be putting these in some pots because, yeah, my wildflowers last season, they didn't do very well. And I was upset about that because I was excited to get out there and actually broadcast me some seeds. And them suckers didn't even show. Anyway, I was mad I didn't have no wildflowers. Thank y'all. Thank you very much, Stephanie. I'm not done. I got some more seeds. Let me check this chat, y'all. Thank you so much, Miss Tia. I done missed a bunch of y'all. My apologies. Miss Cheryl Norris, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Miss J.K. Gardner, thank you for scrolling through. Nisi, the garden rookie, thank you for scrolling through. Mr. Bowtie Life, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Triple G, greetings, global gardeners. Yes, indeed. Good morning. Gina versus Gina, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Driving and listening. Everyone in the chat, I'm grinding, listening. I appreciate y'all continuing to do what y'all do. I know everybody got things to go or things to do. So let me continue on with this good haul here. There are more seeds and squash. And once again, thank you again. This is a winter squash. And this came in this card. Once again, I'm still continuing on. I got a lot of goodies in this package. And some, is this sandy lettuce? Okay, we about to eat this. Know that, because it's cute looking too. I'm beginning to like these little frilly looking lettuces. Yep, winter density. Yes, indeed. And then there's a, okay, some winter Taurus marigold seeds. Okay, this is a big packet too. Okay, I see you, I see you. Thank you so much, because, yeah, I love me some marigolds and some cilantro. And look how big these seed packets is. They about the size of the envelope. You grow, girl. I surely appreciate this. Full of cilantro and marigolds. Yes, and all of these is good. About to grow it. Maybe this season. Yes, indeed, because it's about time for me to plant some flowers, too. I did start a couple of flowers. And I don't know what's going on with my moss rose, but anywho, here we are. Let me get on over here to what we're about to start to do this morning, because I can just sit over there and watch the chat all day. Wow, it's kind of dark in here, probably because there ain't no light outside yet. But I have my, what am I doing? I'm composting. I am. Bokashi and my vermicompost. And let me set up my tripod real quick so I can free my hands up. And this is what I'm going to be doing this morning. Checking on my composting, and hopefully everything is doing what it's supposed to be doing and fermenting in there. Let me check the chat again. Is everybody hearing me okay? Because I did not put my mic on this morning. I'm going straight through everything. Just click and go. Good morning, Farmer Chaz. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Excuse me. Listening while I pack lunch. Thank you. I appreciate your time, Farmer Chaz. Good morning, growing what I eat. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. That matchbook looks cool. Thank you, Mr. Bowtie. It does. I like interesting things to plant. I got a pencil. Like, who just thought to put plants inside of a pencil? And then you plant it. Hey, anyone can't speak individually? No worries. I can hear you fine. Thank you, Liddy B. I appreciate that. So right now, I'm about to check my Bokashi here for leche. And the leche is what drips down, and I'm still not sure if there's anything in there. This is my collection cup, and I store it inside of my glass jar, mason jar, until I am ready to use it. So this should be fast. That's why I'm doing this one first. Get it out of the way. I did bring my brand, Bokashi brand, and it's all the way over there. But it had, oh, I forgot to check for. But it has been closed since the last time. And I don't hear anything. Matter of fact, let me turn this. Well, if I don't hear nothing, then it's not high enough for anything to come out of the spigot. So, yeah, I gotta put a little weight on it because it's on here pretty good, to which I'm happy. That means it's a good seal, and wow, it's growing well. And I'm gonna have to leave it a little while longer because it's not finished. And it's because, let me grab my Bokashi brand. It's because I use frozen food scraps, because I don't have a lot of food scraps like that. So what I'm doing now is grabbing my Bokashi, because I've figured, or done some more research, both at the same time, that when you see the little white ferment on the top, not to panic, because it's a good sign. And I'm gonna take y'all in. Let me check the chat one good time. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling. I'm so glad I found you. Every Wednesday morning. Yes, indeed, Lady B. Get up and listen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm taking y'all in closer to the Bokashi so y'all can see what's growing on in here. And what's growing on is a lot of fungus. It's not mold, it's fungi, a lot of good bacteria. And what I'm going to do is take my Bokashi brand and cover that up, because that's a good sign. As long as it's not green or black, it's continuing to break down. And that green specks that I'm seeing is the biodegradable bag, good grief, that I said I had holding the Bokashi together. So yeah, right now I'm just covering up the white that I see, and it is looking fantabulous and smelling awesome. Yes, indeed. It doesn't stink. It smells kind of, I don't know if anybody ferments, but it smells kind of pickly, which is a good smell for me, or for any fermenter that is fermenting and they know that smell. Using your senses is how you ferment, or how I ferment anyway, using my senses. And I do a lot of fermenting because, anyway, I'm covering up the with the white with the Bokashi brand, just to make sure. And once again, I'm not adding water because my system is closed, and I do not open it until I'm checking it. And since I've been checking it during live, now I'm keeping a better track of what's going on inside of this bucket here. So, okay. Almost had it. There we go. I kind of want to mash it down, but I know it's compacted in there real well from the last time I tried to do that. So I'm just going to put the top back on and put it back and get ready for the vermicomposting. Because this is going good. I'm going to let it continue to ferment because it will break down. even further, I am in no hurry because I got time. It's still winter here. Yes, it is. So I have no need for this compost until another, what, 2 months? Yeah, at least another 2 months, possibly even 3. So, yeah, I'm just moving my stuff out of the way, getting ready for the next job. Which is my vermicompost, and I think I'm gonna put a little bit of this brand in there, even though I had, no, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna move it on out the way, because that's exactly what'll happen if I leave it there. I'll be sprinkling it in, and they need to finish what they got. Well, I don't even know if they got nothing. But anywho, let me check the chat. Woo, my back. Scrolling. Uh-oh, it done jumped. And I don't know where it jumped to. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody. If I have, please forgive me. My apologies. I'm going to continue on. We are at my vermihut where I have my wrigglers. And this is beginning to be a weekly chore on here too, to which I will probably be changing up because I have a lot of things that I need to do. But I'll be feeding it today. And oh boy, there's a lot of mite activity. I'm not sure if y'all can see the little white dots. They're actually moving, but they won't leave outside of the bin because they're composters just like the worms, and I'm not concerned, but I don't want them to overpopulate my bin. So what I'm going to do, didn't expect to see that, means that it's too much water and I gotta feed them. So I'm thinking out loud what I need to do because I'm still gonna feed them. Oh, okay, hang on, this is what I'm gonna do. So on the side of my vermihut, I keep little tools. I think I showed this before, but this is a bag that I put castings in, and I put it in water and I make my compost tea. And this bag that I'm about to use right now is a mesh, I'm thinking it may be a brewer's bag, but it's a mesh. Uh-oh. Good grief. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. But it's a mesh bag. And what I do with this bag is I put it on the top of my vermihut so it can dry out when it's too much water. And this is also like a brewer's bag mesh strainer, to which if you are making that super juice outside and you're using those plant strainers or paint strainers, I would recommend you try a brewer's bag. You'll never have to replace those bags ever unless you be doing so much, because they were made specifically for wine and beer and things like that. Back to this, just a recommendation with that. Yeah, there's a little mycelium growth on the top of here also, and I need to put y'all down, so hang on one time because I gotta put my gloves on. I don't go in here without gloves on, even though you see people dealing with their worm farms without gloves. Yeah, I ain't one of them because I'm keeping my gloves on. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to check the chat before I go in. I'm so glad I see that. Pescatarian Gardener, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Sorry. Oh, what I missed? Dang, I'm going to have to scroll back in. Okay, I can't do it right now. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Right now, I'm checking my vermicompost. I just finished with my Bokashi. So, and there is a lot of mite activity. So I'm going to be leaving the top off and not putting it back on here. And covering it up with mesh. So, matter of fact, I'm going to leave that on there until it don't matter, because we are not using the top. So, let me take off the top all the way at the bottom. And this is the same process every time. I'll take off the bottom and check, make sure there's not a lot of liquid. And clean out where they have been going in and out. Down here. And there are a couple of babies in here. And yeah, I can't talk and chew bubblegum at the same time. As I'm always saying, but at the same time, yeah, I be forgetting sometimes. And plus, I can be mumbling and nobody would hear a thing because I'm not mic'd up. But I think it's a whole congregation of wigglers down here that are trying to escape. So now that I have disturbed them, they'll be coming to the top. And they're pretty smart. That's how I harvest my worm castings. Once I come through and agitate, I feed. And then they come to the top to get the feeding. And I harvest the worm castings out of the next tier. And this is the tier on the bottom that doesn't receive any food, only paper and cardboard to keep it dry down here. So the wetness is what drips from the top to the bottom. And then they move up for harvesting. Or should I say my order is to move them up from the bottom for harvesting. Real. And this is what it turns into. Once it's full down there, it starts breaking down. And I don't put any food in any layer but the top layer because that's where I want them at once I start harvesting my scraps. my worm castings, to which I'm going to have to start probably grinding, or not grinding, pureeing their food again, because I got 2 more planters that I need to fill, and I'm going to be needing a lot of compost this season, so I'm going to have to speed up my composting, and how I do that is by pureeing the scraps, the food scraps, so that it breaks down faster. And this is ready to be harvested. I barely see any paper in here. That's a little piece, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It'll continue to break down. It's better than it was a week ago. And plus, I need to harvest my scrap. This is my harvesting level, if you will. And they never eat the plastic, even though, so it'll come up, it'll turn up in there from when I shred the paper. And this is what I'll be harvesting. I'm gonna give it 1 more week. Or should I harvest it today? Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it 1 more week, because I still see a little bit of paper, because I can get it so broken down I don't see any paper in here, and only if there is plastic, which is happening by accident. If there is any plastic in there, that'll be the only thing, and it'll be straight worm castings. And this is the top layer, the only layer that I feed. And I'm going to check for food from last week. I think I fed the middle, and there is none, so I can continue to do the whole feeding with the veggies and everything. And I forgot to check where I was at in the camera, but we are here now, and yeah, I am almost done. I'm just mixing around so it doesn't be so compacted, because even though there's nothing pressing down on the top gets compacted too. And I'll keep the feeding in the middle. And where's the food? Oh my goodness, it's all the way over there. Alright, let me check the chat again before I feed my wrigglers. Scrolling in the chat, Beat Ant, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I hear you well. I was gifted a worm thingy, laugh out loud. Oh yeah, a worm tent, or this is a vermihut actually. Yeah, it's gotten smaller since I moved into a smaller apartment, because I didn't have space for my bigger one, and that purple one was the very first one that I had. So yeah, they do come in handy, and I like my little system. They work out very well for collecting your castings once you get a system set up. Am I saying that right? Get a system set up? Jesus is Lord. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Can't stay. I appreciate your time. Joy of the gardening home. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Has anyone shown what worms do with a old growth sponge? I have not. Mike. Why did I almost call you Mark? Ain't no Marks around here at all. But anywho, no, I have not. That would be interesting. Scrolling in the chat. Carol, the girl miniature, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I think you said, are you going live today, this morning? If so, put it in the chat. Let me, I forgot what time, 12 or 1? Jegs, J3GS Farm, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Miss Patty's Kitchen, Garden at Home, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, y'all, I'm finna bounce off the chat because I can be here. But I got the worm chow. And I think I'm gonna take off my gloves since I got them all the way off. Anyway, yeah, take off my gloves to feed them. Well, I'm lying. I'm finna put one back on because I don't want to feel this on my hands. I just don't. So, anywho, I'm gonna start out with the veggies on the bottom. And these are just cut up. And after this round, I will probably be pureeing them, like I said, to put a faster timer on my breaking down because I'm going to be needing more vermicompost. I'll be needing more worm castings. So if I puree their food, it'll break down faster and I can move them down to the harvesting bin quicker. And I'm going to cover. Oh, I didn't check for my leche, did I? Anywho, I don't think it was much in there. I probably would have felt it, maybe. But this is my homemade grit that I put on top for my wigglers. And there's no rhyme or reason. I just make sure there's enough. And I don't wet the paper or anything or the cardboard because there's enough liquid in the vegetables, in my opinion, that I don't need to do that. And I am done with that. Yay. So I'm going to put the top, well, I'm not going to put the top on. I'm actually going to clean that out, but I'm not going to clean it out now. I'm going to put the mesh on there because I seen some mite activity on the top of my bin, and I don't want them to take over and leave my wigglers hungry. And they'll continue to come to the top even though it's going to be open because this is where the food is. And it's covered, so they won't have a problem getting to the food. But the purpose in putting on the mesh on the top instead of the lid is to control the moisture. I saw it in that. But yeah, and this will help it dry out on the top and keep things out of it at the same time. And drying out the bin will decrease the mite activities. And I am done with that, let me clean up this mess right quick. Or I ain't gonna clean it up. I'm just gonna move the stuff out of the way so I can continue on. Clean up from one thing right to the next one. Oh boy. And I'm almost finished. Almost finished, almost finished. Woo! All right, give me a few minutes or a few seconds. I'm gonna go through this chat, and whew, I gotta rest my back because it ain't what it used to be. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Miss Patty, everybody is speaking. Woo! Scrolling in the chat. Everybody is speaking. All right, let me go grab this stuff right quick so I can continue on. And where is it? Are you here? Okay, here we go. And I don't know if I want to do it on the stand or off of the stand. But surprise, we're about to do a plant party for my avocado here. This avocado is from seed, and I started it over the summer, or let me see, back in May 2025, and she ready to be potted up. I actually did top the avocado plant, but it kept growing straight up for some reason. I don't know, and I was very nervous to actually chop it, but I did, and it kept growing straight up, and the roots are, yeah, looking pretty brown, to which I'm not concerned, but they are up. And I'm just smelling it to make sure they're not rotten or root rot. But anywho, I'm here to the rescue because we're gonna have a good plant party for my avocado plants. That's what we about to do because it's time. And I got a bigger pot for. And I hope I was in the camera. If I wasn't, oh well. Yeah. And this is gonna be her new home. Let me check the chat. Scrolling in the chat. Scrolling in the chat. Okay, I can't see. Yes, 11 or 12 Central Standard Time. Oh, man, let me think of what time. I'm going to have to figure that out. Central Standard Time. Maybe that's behind me an hour. But I'll be there. Be right back, everyone. Have to go feed the chickens. Okay, Urban Garden Chronicles, handle your business. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. Jackie Cooper, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. All right, I can't see nothing, so I'm going to continue on. These are, or should I say, this is a planter that I'm going to put my avocado in. And it is a self-watering planter. It has the wicking wells at the bottom. And I'm hoping I'm getting that because this is the best that I can do without wasting it. And it has a leveler, to which a water indicator, I should say. I've never used one of these before, so this is going to be my first time with that. And what I'm going to do is mix up some solution. And I'm going to put it inside of the container here. This is a pot. It doesn't have any holes in the bottom. And I'm going to fill it up with nutrient solution. So let me, oh, I probably should have been letting it soak, but it's okay. It's okay. We're going to work it out. Let me go get what I'm going to mix up. Matter of fact, I need to grab a table that's big enough because, yeah. I think that'll be better than trying to do everything because I can't keep bending over like that. Okay, so I'm about to mix up my nutrients that I'm going to use for my avocado, and since I'm transplanting it, I'm going to use mycorrhizae and kelp. Well, y'all can't see it, but that's what I'm going to use, mycorrhizae and kelp. And I was already in the process of transitioning my plants into hydroton, clay pebbles, leca, whatever you want to call them, when I sowed this seed. So it is going to transition very well. I'm not concerned about how it's going to transition, but I am going to treat the roots. I'm looking for my... That's unfortunate. There it is. I'm going to treat the roots with some hydrogen peroxide because they are a little browner than to what I'm used to seeing. And I don't want that to interfere with the new feeding that I'm about to do. So I'm going to do it while it's in this pot. And you can see a couple of good healthy roots are shining through here. But the bottoms, and I'm thinking it's because it's actually into the bottom of the container that they are that brown. But we're going to see because that's what hydrogen peroxide is for. Oh yeah, they good. It's just the nutrient solution was, yeah, the nutrient solution was on the tips. So, can you tell the difference with the hydrogen peroxide? If you ever have root rot, which brings me to that, take some hydrogen peroxide and instead of mixing it 2 to 1, mix it 1 to 1, meaning 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 1 part water, and it'll clean up. I can't say the H word, but it'll clean up that root rot. Yes, it will, with a little soaking time. Let me check the chat. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Hi, Bum Bum. Hurry, are you doing something over there? Mike said, hey. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Chanel loves the garden. Did I speak to you? Thank you for scrolling through. You just driving in to work. One crafty sister, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Scrolling in the chat. Nice self-watering. Thank you, kindly growing what I eat. I've been needing to update my planters, and since I'm transitioning my plants into all clay pebbles or a more mineral-based substrate, I figured I'd get better containers than what I was struggling with. Is the peroxide diluted or use it straight? It depends on what you're doing, pescatarian. If you're trying to reverse root rot, I would use it 1 to 1. If you use it straight, it'll be too harsh because hydrogen peroxide is strong and it should be mixed down versus using it straight, in my opinion. Okay, so what I'm about to do is mix up my fertilizer. I should have done it before, but here we are. And where's my spoon? Maybe it's something, yeah, there's one in here. So, for the mycorrhizae, I don't need much. And the same with the kelp is even more potent, if you will. Which is another reason I'm switching to a lot of fermented, is that the word? Fermented things, because yeah, fermented fertilizers have way less salts than the synthetic fertilizers. If you know, you know. Mario, what's going on, bro? Okay, that was weird. Hold on, time out, because I got to see what's wrong with my bunny. He over here coughing and hacking. And I know you ain't got no, is there something over here, bro? Okay, that was weird. You good, bro? You having some kind of sneeze and coughing attack. Ooh, that made me sweat. Wait a minute. He looked like he all right though. Woo, okay. Made me lose my train of thought. Dang gummit, let me check this chat again. Woo. Mr. Bowtie Life. I know, I did not see. I mean, like, what was he doing over there? I use straight a minute, then rinse the roots. Either works. Okay, Mike. Fermenting, adding a bit more of your version. But oh, you were trying to, I don't, is it? Fermenting, yeah. Long as I get the ferment in there, I think it'll work out. Okay, so I'm gonna put my fertilizer in the water here, and I'm not gonna let it soak. I don't know what I did. Oh, I need the teaspoon, and I'm gonna let it. Okay, I'm gonna need a new container because this is irritating. But I'm not gonna let it soak because it's gonna basically be soaking while it's in the pot. And what am I doing? Oh Lord. Oh, you got me thrown over here, Oreo. Good night. I can't even think. I'm trying to figure out what was going on with you over there. Can't even put the doggone tops back on here right. And let me mix this up because, yeah, I don't want to mess nothing up. My thinking pattern is a little thrown off right now. And the reason that I mix each one is because I want to ensure the plant receives all the nutrients versus being locked out of some nutrients. Because if I just keep on putting the fertilizer in one on top of the other without making sure that it was thoroughly mixed, they would not receive all of the nutrition. I know it sounds weird. There's a technical term for it. Can't think of what it's called right now. Nutrient lockout. Yeah. So you might want to look that up. But that's what happens when you don't properly mix your fertilizers before you give them to your plants. And this is 6 times stronger than the regular stuff that comes in a bottle. So I only use a 1/4 teaspoon versus a teaspoon of the kelp. And if you know measurements, you know a 1/4 is much smaller than a 1/2 a teaspoon even. And the reason that I use powder fertilizer over the liquid that I used to use is basically cost and how long that I can continue to use it. I can probably get about 50, maybe 80 gallons out of the liquid, where I can get 150 to 200 or more out of the powder. So, or water soluble powder. Is it the same? It should be water soluble powder. Yeah, I think it's the same. But anywho, I don't know how much this planter is going to take. And whatever extra that I need to put in, I'm just going to fill with water versus fertilizer. Let me check the chat one more time. Uh-oh, it jumped. Dang. Nabbit. Scrolling in the chat. Yes, you did, GMama. Okay, I don't know. Swallowed water wrong. Oh, y'all talk about Oreo. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He was over there. He had me sweating like, what? I hope my buddy. What is that about? I heard him sneeze before, but he was over there having a chain reaction. Crafting on the Dime with Shay Shay. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Thanks for the info on the hydrogen peroxide. I didn't know it gets rid of root rot. Yes, indeed, Chanel loves the garden. Hydrogen peroxide is great at combating root rot. All right, so did I say I'm finna fill this up if it didn't? And yeah, all right, y'all, give me a second because I need to check and see where my oh, there it is. Never mind. I need to check the pH of my solution here right quick. Make sure it's where it's gonna be at, because I don't want it, and this is an avocado, so I do want it low. The recommendation is 5.5 to 6.5, but this is a fruit. It can actually go down to 4.5, and this is at 6.5, so I'm about to lower it to at least 5, which is how much acid is in the water for the plant. And to lower it down, I have a solution called pH Down. You can use whatever you like, but this is what I choose because it does a perfect job, and I ain't got time to be doing a whole bunch of calculating, and it does not take much. And I'm just going to use a pipette, and I'm going to go in 1 milliliter at a time until I get to my achieved reading. And these are so potent that it does not take very much, and that milliliter may have done the trick, but we shall see once I have it combined. And it's going down. I started at 6.5, it's down to 6.1 and lowering. Yeah, I knew that was going to be pretty much it. And we are down to 6. And it looks like we at 6. So I'm going to stir it up and give it a couple of more seconds. Make sure everything is everything. And this gallon, it should be, because I don't think that's a whole gallon in there. And if it is, wow. Check it one more time. $5.9. Looks like it stayed at 5.9. I'm gonna lower it a little bit more. Okay, well, no, I'm not, because it looks like it's going down, but I know that it'll level out once I'm done. So let me move this out of the way, and I'll begin with the transformation of this good avocado. Okay, so 1 gallon looks like it went up to where the lines are for the pot. So what I'm doing is checking to see. Oh, it's not even touching. So I'm gonna fill it with water from this point on, because wow, it's not even touching. That was a whole gallon. So now I'm gonna have to figure out how many gallons this is gonna hold before I feed it. So we're gonna go with the 1 gallon feedings because I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to miscalculate, because I got some more plants that I got to do like this. Let me check the chat again. But you can see where the end of the pot sits, where those little white edges are. And I'm going to fill it up past those notches to keep that pot saturated with water. So I'm going to wait until I get my avocado into the planter before I fill. Well, no, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with water so I can be mixing it around. Or it can be mixed. That way I don't have to worry about it. Okay, that's about a half a gallon. And on the top of the planter, there is a hole where I can pour water. So I don't have to take the planter in and out. I can just add fertilizer and everything through there. I was making sure I could still lift it up and it's not heavy. No more than a gallon of water. Or two, maybe, however much I put in there. But the bottom is just now touching the bottom of the water indicator. Then it's just getting to the bottom of, so yeah, I got some more water to add. This is going to be awesome. I'm not going to have to water for a long period of time, to which I'm cool with it. I am cool with it. Once I feed them, this is what they're going to have. Now I can just figure out how long it's going to take her to get through this fertilizer. I'm just making sure everything remains mixed up as best as I can until I get finished. Oh, look at that. It went up to, I can't see it. It says it's full. Okay, I believe you if you say you're full. I'm gonna go with it and see what's gonna happen. But the indicator has moved up to full. And I see that it is. It's at least up to the bottom. Okay, so that's how it's gonna work. So what I'm gonna do now is take out some of the clay pebbles and put them in another container until I can get my avocado into the planter. So basically I'm just going to literally pour it out into another planter, making room. And I should have put a wick in there. Oh well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Here we are, not doing it now. My clay pebbles have already been rinsed and they are ready to grow. And this is a deep pot. I'm just making sure that the roots don't have a long time to access that fertilizer down there. Woo, I need a back break. Commercial break, y'all. Sorry. But, let me check the chat. Let me take this. Yeah, scrolling in the chat. I just put that in my cart. What's that, Mike? I done missed everything. Butter roll. Butter roll boutique. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I use peroxide for everything. I'm so happy to know that it can help. Yes, ma'am, Miss Chanel loves to garden. I use hydrogen peroxide on everything because I'm allergic to a lot of chemicals. And I'm finding that hydrogen peroxide is just as good as cleaner. Yeah, if not better than some of those chemical things they got out there. And plus, it does a lot of extra stuff too. It's water with an extra oxygen. Yes, indeed, Mike. Breaks down water and air. Yes, indeed. Hope I ain't missing nothing. Scrolling in the chat. Oh, that was fast. All right. Yeah, so back to this. This is my avocado. And I'm not concerned with no fruit, y'all. I'm just excited for the fact that I grew an avocado from seed. Yes, I did. When and if it ever decides it wants to fruit, it's fine with me. But I can say, and as a matter of fact, I named it GMama Growz because it was a store-bought avocado, so it ain't had no name. And if it did, it's got a new name now. So maybe that's too low. No, I'm thinking that might be okay right there. Should I bring it up some? And I done dug it out. Maybe a little bit. An inch or two. Or three. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so. So when I take this out, those are gonna fall in. That was crazy. But here we are. Yeah. Gotta accommodate for those things. There we go. I hope you be okay after this big plant party, honey. Just trying to save the ones that want to be saved. If you don't want to be saved, it's okay, honey. And there we are. And how am I going to get that out of there? Because, yeah, I don't want it in there. I'm trying to hold on to. Yay! Ooh! That was the wicking rope, y'all. Don't worry. And that is a little ball of soil. Not much. But that's how I got it to grow out of my vermicompost. Woo! I hope I got that, y'all. I'm just about to backfill her with the clay pebbles, and I'll be finished. Scrolling in the chat, laugh aloud. Love it, thank you. Like that name, GMama Growz. Thank you, thank you. Let me finish getting it in the pot right quick. And I don't want to just dump it on there because they're not ready for all that yet. I'll take my time. Uh-oh. gotta get them. Because we ain't got time to be dropping them on the floor. Or should I say leaving them down there? And if you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Woo! I think I'm going to like my transitioning into my hydroting very much. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on my avocado until it gets situated in this plant, gets situated in this planter. And I guess I did use them all back in there. That's what I had in that pot. Alright. Ooh, it looked like another one trying to spring up out of there. What is that? Maybe you tried and it didn't happen? I don't know. But I'm done. Woohoo! Got a lot done today. Yes, I did, and I still got stuff to do. But here is, let me grab my tripod. Uh-oh, I forgot to put my, yeah, let me get your little label back in here, homegirl. Oh, and one more thing, hold on. Let me grab this because I don't want to just leave it like that. Uh-oh. I need to grab, I hope I can grab it wherever it's at. There it is. Because I need to make sure that it recognizes it's not dry. There is fertilizer on the bottom. Am I still in the shot, y'all? I hope so. So what I'm gonna do is just, oh, I did not bring, maybe I'll use this bucket. I hope it'll fit in here. So I'm gonna take and hydrate those clay pebbles with the fertilizer that's already inside of the pot. Okay, so you're gonna sit on there. Thank you kindly. Woo! I appreciate that. I hope y'all are underneath there because it's about to go down. And that's a good shot, ain't it? Yes, it is. But what I'm gonna do is just wet the surrounding pebbles. I don't need to wet the whole thing. I just want to get it started so that it knows to go down there to get this water or get this fertilizer. And I think I want to put it in there with the indicator. Okay, hold on. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I get it. Okay, now I I feel better. Plant party is complete. Woohoo! Let's grow. Now we are done. Done. And that's what it's looking like on the top. GMama Growz. I hope you continue to put this new growth on, girl. Woo! I'm glad that's done because my back is tired. Let me check the chat. Yes, plant party. Miss Alice, don't hurt the harvest. Thank you for scrolling through. Yes, this plant party is complete. I just potted up my avocado that I have growing here. And I think it makes a nice house plant, actually. Yes, indeed. I'm liking it, enjoying it a lot. Please hit that like button. Thank you, Gui. Appreciate it. GMama Growz, thank you. You grow. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am finished, y'all. All right, looking good. Thank you, Miss Tia Drum Go. I'm happy to get it in a new pot. And hopefully this, what is that thing called? Water indicator continues to read well and accurately. And we won't have no problems. I'm hoping. But since it is just potted up, I am every 3 days gonna come in here and use my little squeegee. What do you call that thing? Baster? Yeah, I think it's called a baster. And come in here and keep that little area around the root zone wet until I see she has gotten customized to her new pot. And I'll be having a couple of more plant parties because, yeah, I got a couple of more new containers and I want to put my fruit trees in. As a matter of fact, hang on one good time and, oh Lord, I guess I'm touching too much. But anywho, yeah, let me go over here right quick and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. I guess it was good that because I needed to move some stuff around. But I got my kumquat over here. I'm definitely going to put in another pot. And I haven't made up my mind yet. But shit, her fruit. I'm ready to eat that. So hopefully I can make it to next week with her. So that's why I hid her underneath this fig leaf because I don't want to eat it. I will eat that thing before I pot her up, but I'm going to use this pot for another plant, and that's what I do. I mark them. So when I take out my kumquat, the guava is going in here because the guava will probably be going in and outdoors versus staying in. Anything that's in a different type of container. I'm still not sure if I want to take my fig outside because I got like 2 or 3 out there that I'm seeing. Hopefully they'll come back. And while I'm here, might as well show this. These are my cutting has waken up. This is a Chicago Hardy, and I don't know what this one is. That one ain't woke up, but this one has woke up, and that's the Chicago Hardy. I got these from Hands in the Dirt, or Life as Hands. Yeah. So they woke, and I'm happy. I don't see them other ones over there woke, and I don't know what the name of those over there are yet either. But he said these are from Ben from Areta Gardens, and yay! I'm excited about that. So, yeah. Let me check the chat again. And what is you over there thumping for, bro? What the problem is? Okay, anywho. Let me have a good seat right quick. Uh-oh. Woo! I almost dropped my jump. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Miss Shirley, did I speak to you this morning? Thank you for scrolling through. I'm not sure. Turkey baster, yes. Is that an avocado? Yes, from seed. Pure BS. Thank you for scrolling through. GMama Growz, thank you. I'm happy. I'm thinking about doing another one, but I don't know which one. Looks like dry or medium if you water it too much. Yes, that's exactly why I have it in clay pebbles. What you're seeing it in is a more mineral-based substrate that I have switched to because I'm no longer using soil. That's why it looks dry, because it actually is dry until it receives moisture, to which is going to be a wicking process from the bottom up. And that's how it's been growing. It was growing in a smaller version, which was this pot with a wicking rope at the bottom. So I don't have the wicking rope into that pot. It's just straight clay pebbles. So I'm sure that it's ready to transition well. And yeah, I've been transitioning a lot of my house plants into the clay pebbles because I prefer that over soil indoors. It's more manageable for me. Looking good, compost. Yes, they are. I've been eating them all winter. And that's why I said I will not be taking my kumquat outside. I was thinking about taking it outside, but no. If I could eat fruits indoors, why I need to take it outside? So that's not happening. What I'm going to put in there is the guava, because the guava is actually struggling. It's done dropped all these leaves like I don't even know how many times, but as long as they keep coming back, I know it's good to grow. But I'll probably take that in and out because I don't know how that's going to wind up growing. If it's going to be a good candidate, I still need to do some work with it. No, you didn't. Thank you. Oh, Miss Shirley, I appreciate your time. I did not know. I did not speak to you. What, hands in the dirt? Good morning, hands. Hey, let me show you my cuttings. They have woke up. My Chicago Hardy has woke up. Look at him. That's the Chicago Hardy that has woke up. I don't know what the other ones is yet. We still figuring that out. Yeah, we still figuring that out. But I was so geeked when I seen that little green come through there. I was like, oh, somebody woke. Yay. The other two ain't woke up yet. They still over there asleep. Or three, rather. But I'll wait. I sure will. So thank you, hands in the dirt. And I do have a vlog. It's just in my repertoire here. And I'll get to it. Yes, I will. Scroll it in the chat. Scroll it in the chat. Okay, cool. Oh, doggone it. What is going on? I seen okay, cool. That's the one I knew can grow. in your zone. Yeah, Chicago Hardy. I had one before, but I lost it because I kept moving to a different apartment area, and I need to check out there because this is our first season out there. And a lot of my stuff is looking like, can we wake up from this? Because it is ice and froze and just, it is horrible. I think I took a picture, but an icicle fell on top of my plants that were on the side of my apartment over there. And when the icicle fell, it broke a lot of my stuff. My trellises, a couple of plants. It actually broke the scarlet kale in half. And a couple of my trellises, it went through the covers. So there's a lot of ripping, and it looks like a war zone with the snow and ice out there. But once it starts to warm up, I went out there yesterday while it was warm, which was the warmest day we had. It was still too cold, and that ice was still too heavy to move. So it's still out there, and I wish them well. Or should I say, I pray for them. Woo. Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. We are done this morning. I guess I'll do a recap. I did my Bokashi check, and I did not check for the leche, but that's okay. It's going to be there. I'll check for it tomorrow. I covered it up with bran because there was a lot of white mycelium in there. Fungus, that's what I'm going to call it, because that's what it is. It's fermenting. And it's looking good. There's no black or brown and no off smell. It's smelling pretty good. I went through my vermihut, which holds my red wigglers, and fed my red wigglers. I had to take the top off because I seen some mite activity, white to be specific, and that's an indication of too much moisture. So I recovered it with a mesh cover, and I had a plant party for my GMama Growz that I've been growing from seed, and I put it into a new container, and I am happy about it. I always feel better after a good plant party. Yes, indeed. Yes, if you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Yes, indeed. Oh, you go roll. Let me show you this monster because you are responsible. Yes, you are. You grow roll. Regina, just be over here straight clowning. And I did leave her. I said I was going to take her out, but I didn't. Because if she continuously fruiting and feeding me, why would I want to take her out? She can get as old as she want to be. She's the oldest running plant that I have growing in this hydroponic system right now. She's going on 2 years old. She turned she turned one, I'm sorry, in November. And yeah, December, January, February, 12, 13, 14. So she is 15 months old. And she is continuing to feed me. And as a matter of fact, she had a stem so big one day, I heard something go, a pop. And it was her. She had dropped a whole arm down here with fruit on it. So thank you, You Grow Row, for this awesome performing microdwarf tomato. Because, yeah, she is the best naive. Yes, indeed, she is. And I am happy to eat her. Every time I do, I'll be like, girl, you is showing out. And she do. Let me check the chat again for the wealth of information. Thank you, Miss J.K. Garden. I appreciate you scrolling through in your time. Yes, you grow right. Regina don't be holding them up with that fruit production, and I am happy. But we are done, y'all. I like that she stays compact. Yeah, and I done propagated her again. Look, one more time, and then I'm finna be done for real. I done propagated her a couple of times. This is another pot over here that I have her in. And I've been eating off of her right here. And then I just put another limb The one that I said she popped off with all that fruit. I just stuck it in there. So yeah, she doing her thing, and I ain't got to start no more seeds for indoors. That's gonna have me eating tomatoes until I start another variety to probably. I might have another variety, or just I don't know, but yeah, I just got to keep my succession going because I've been into succession planting with my stuff, so I don't run out. Because who ain't going to the store for lettuce and tomatoes and stuff like that? It's me, cause yeah, no, not when I can grow it. All right, y'all. Everybody speaking on their way out the door. I truly appreciate y'all time for being here. Peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Enjoy y'all's day.